So it's yesterday, and I'm leaving school with a girl that's kind of one of my friends. We're walking home, but we're not really that close. We're walking home, we're joking around and everything. And at some point, we start talking about my workout frequency, the fact that I train every single day. And that's not because she doesn't know that just because I told her. I didn't tell her I train every day. It's just that she noticed that I go to the gym every single day. And then one day, one of my teachers asked me if I train every day, and I said yes, and she was beside me when I said that. And she was starting to say, oh yeah, you know what most people say about training every day? Oh, it's super unhealthy. It's super unhealthy for you. You shouldn't do that. Bad, bad, bad way to train. I'm just thinking to myself, while she's saying that, bro, you have made no research about that, but you're just making assumptions out of nowhere. Just because we all assume around the world that training every day is bad because most people prefer to live a sedentary lifestyle. Now, everybody assumes that they know perfectly how the body works. That's what I'm thinking to myself while she's talking. I'm just like, yeah, 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 and looking away. And she kind of notices that I'm just not really interested in talking about that with her. And but the day we keep talking and talk about different things, we talk about alcohol, and she says, "Oh yeah, why don't you drink?" And this year will be my last year in school probably. And she was talking and saying that I should that on the last day that we see each other, like that I see my whole class together, I should drink. I should drink a lot and everything. And I said, yeah, yeah, I'll maybe take a few drinks. And then the conversation died down. And then we reached the tram station, and another group of girls, including one guy, came up to us from my class that we know that we're pretty close to. And somehow the conversation came back to my training regiment and the way I train. And it was again, oh my god, you train every day. Oh, it's super unhealthy. It's super unhealthy. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, I couldn't imagine doing that. I'm just sitting there, kind of half smiling, but just looking away, like with like a bored face, like not this again. It happened to me, such situations happen to me so often since I've gotten some improvement. They happen just so often. Even though I really try to like do my best, should not let the people around me know about my strict lifestyle, the way I live my life. I try to just not really tell people around me about it. The people in my class, the people I know for sure, we just start being a little bit weird about it. Just because they wouldn't do that, they'll start kind of criticizing you for that. And it really, really made me understand this point of, bro, most people won't understand you. And when people don't really understand what you do, they are incentivized to criticize you, to insult you, to mock you about it. You get laughed at. You get kind of, you get some weird looks. You're seen as a weird person. How often have I been called a grandpa because I go to bed at 8 p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. and I wake up at 4. I've been called a grandpa so often about it. Like so many people just call me a grandpa for it. I'm just thinking to myself, just because it's not common, why does that to like be weird? Of course, I know it's kind of a joke, but at the same time, I know it's not really a joke, but because of the way they say it, and it doesn't really hurt me anymore. I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, I just kind of accepted that fact that most people won't understand you. Most people won't understand the way you live your life. Most people won't understand why you're just not having as much fun as them. And that's why I would recommend you not really try to boast about the way you live to normal people. Normal people. It won't bring you anything and it will just bring you headaches. days of just being laughed at, criticized. To be honest, I'm not the person that really went around saying that, oh yeah, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I train every day and I'm this hardcore guy. No, I didn't do that. I remember one day I was talking to a friend, a close friend of mine, and he asked me to describe my morning routine, the way I start my day in French, and he would try to kind of translate it. He asked me to like, write it down on a piece of paper, and I just wrote down my own morning routine. I didn't like try to lie. I just said it with honesty, and he managed to translate some of it. And he said, "You wake up at 4 a.m." and the whole class heard it. And then it started. It was around 2 years ago, and I got flooded with questions in a few seconds. Flooded, and I just noticed, oh my god, I should have lied. I should have lied. Same thing with going to the gym every day. It's more that it's not that I just told people randomly, oh, I train every day. Yeah, I'm hardcore. It was just that they noticed that every time after school, I was taking that tram and I was kind of going in the way of the gym, and I was taking a different tram from the tram that's supposed to get me home. And that's how I noticed. But something I would recommend you do is with normal people. Downplay what you do. When they ask you, oh yeah, how do you live your life? Oh yeah, when do you wake up? Just give a vague answer. Just say early. Just say fucking early. Don't say 4 a.m. Just say early. Don't make the same mistakes as I did. Just master the act of downplaying what you do when it comes to talking to normal people. When you're talking to people that also show improvement, and you want to talk about the achievement that you're proud of, do that. But when you're talking to normal people, don't play achievement and master this stuff is being like, yeah, I wake up early. They ask me, when do you wake up? When exactly do you wake up? Just say, I wake up early. If they ask you, how often do you train every week? You can even lie, and if you want, just lie. Or just say, I train a lot. Just train a lot. Just give vague answer. Just try to be that guy that's kind of mysterious. Don't try to tell them everything about your life, even when they ask. Because the mistake that I made is that I did never told people that never asked. But when they asked, I just said the truth. And if you just want to avoid headaches, if you just want to avoid headaches, you don't necessarily have to lie. I'm kind of against the fact of lying, but just give vague answers. Just downplay your achievements. Just downplay it. Just yeah, I wake up pretty early. Yeah, I wake up. I train pretty often, and go about your life. Just avoid giving them details. Avoid going into details about the way you do this, the way you train, how often you train, the workout routine. That's a mistake I made so often, and which is lead you to just be that guy that will always get teased for no reason for the way he lives his life, and it will always bring it up. It will bring headaches. It's not fun. Just learn the skill of just kind of moving around when they ask you questions. Sometimes switching topic. Just be that mysterious guy. Be that mysterious guy that just said, "Oh yeah, I do a lot. I train pretty often. I wake up pretty early." Don't give exact numbers. It'll be like, "Oh yeah, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I do this exact morning routine, and I train exactly like this. I have a push-pull leg routine." No, give vague answers or don't answer at all. Just switch topic. Keep that. Just be okay with it. Be okay with the fact that most people won't understand. Be okay with the fact that you will be misunderstood by most people. You will get laughed at by most people. You will get teased by a lot of people. And it's just part of life. And it honestly tells you that you're on the right path. Because honestly, think about it, most people don't really live such amazing lives. and their lives are just a consequence of their actions. So if they look at your life and they're kind of like, that's weird, that's not what I'm doing, that's kind of weird, I don't really like it, know that you might be on the right path. Okay, okay, of course, you could also just be a crackhead or a drug addict or stuff like that. Someone that's on the other extreme. That's just an even more extreme version of them. But just know that if you're kind of looked at that way, where people don't really understand you when they kind of find out about your lifestyle, most people, and they think you're kind of weird for it. Understand that it might mean that you're on the right path. It probably means that you're on the right path. It means you're doing something different from the mass. Because if you want a better life or a different life from most people, you need to live your like do the actions that are different from the actions most people take. You need to do things differently from most people and go on your own journey. And let's just ignore the voices, ignore the haters around you. Because it's really interesting how most people will tell you that training every day is unhealthy. But you look at them and you're kind of like, bro, does it really come from you about being unhealthy? Like some people, I have the perception, I have the feeling that most people, that some people think that working out is even more unhealthy than most habits, even though working out is actually one of the most unhealthy things that you can do. But the girl that was telling me about how training every day is bad for my health is a girl that vapes and smokes every single day, and she's overweight. Yeah, she says, "Oh yeah, I go to the gym." She's been going to the gym for a year, and then she hasn't really made much. She hasn't changed, and that's not to like shit on her or anything, but it's kind of like, bro, the people that would tell you, "Oh yeah, don't train every day, it's so unhealthy," are the people that most likely smoke, that do a lot of the bad habits, that engage in things that are super unhealthy, but they will come to you and say that, yeah, don't train every day, it's unhealthy. I would just say that to her, bro, you smoke every day, you vape every day, you drink very often at the age of 16. What do you want to tell me about unhealthy? Like, I have the feeling that some people have the perception that training, even if you somehow reach a level of overtraining, it's not going to be as unhealthy as smoking, drinking, and all those things. I just find that kind of stupid. I really just find that kind of stupid about how they look at those habits, look at the good habits, and a lot of people will criticize you more for doing the good habits than they would. But if you're someone who does most of the bad habits, nowadays, you will fit in very well if you do most of the bad habits and you don't really do the good habits. If you're that guy that just jerks off, plays video games, drinks, smokes, and vapes, you will be seen as more of a normal person than you will be if you're someone who doesn't really spend time on social media, who doesn't smoke at all, who doesn't drink at all, trains every day, reads books, goes into nature. It's interesting how you now are seen as a normal person when you do the bad habits, but when you decide to just do the good habits and avoid the bad habits, that's when you're seen as a weirdo. That's when people tell you about how unhealthy you are, even though you're spending most of the time doing the good habits. They will tell you how unhealthy you are. But the person who does all those things on the left, does all those bad habits, is seen as pretty much a normal person. Is seen as just a normal guy. Because it is a normal now. It is the average. I think it's just sad, bro. It's honestly just sad. But we can't just sit here and complain. We need to do the right things. and just start finding friends that are similar to us. Type of friends that will actually respect you more when you're more productive, when you're more disciplined, when you're more goal driven, driven to achieve your goals and purposeful. Don't be friends with these type of people that you can't relate to, that will laugh at you for the way you are and the way you live your life and your goals. Be friends with the type of people that are similar to you and will look at your goals and say you can do it and say you should set an even higher goal and people that will motivate you every single day, push you every single day instead of just telling you, oh yeah, no, take a rest day, bro. That's the thing she was telling me yesterday also often. Take a rest day, bro. Take a rest day, bro. Take a rest day, bro. Most people want to see you slow down. And when you listen and you slow down, they're happy. Very, very happy. But real friends will be the type of people that will push you to go even faster, to go even further, and to achieve everything you want to achieve. People that will actually make it easier for you to achieve your goals. So yeah, don't worry if it's comfort. Chase it.